Hi everyone, welcome to today's workshop, Setting Goals, the Pillars of Your Life as an Immigrant. This workshop will show you a quick and easy way to draft your goals so they are easily achievable and results-oriented. But first, let me tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Romina Tomas. I am originally from Buenos Aires, Argentina, and I've been living in Los Angeles, California for the past 24 years. I am a certified business and accountability coach, and I'm super passionate about helping people getting unstuck, gaining clarity, and moving forward to achieve their personal and business goals. As immigrants, we have to wear many hats and we have to handle many different situations at the same time. And that can be a bit overwhelming. Let me tell you about it. I know a lot about being overwhelmed. But I support people to develop and implement a plan of action to help them achieve their goals and getting results. I provide them with support with accountability, time management, and organization. Week after week, I meet with my clients and I help them make sense of their to-do list. And I help them to draft and create a master plan so they can, week after week, month after month, accomplish their goals that they are planning for themselves. And this is exactly what I'm going to show you today. I'm going to show you a proven method that you can apply on your own and you can use to draft your goals for the whole year if you want. I mean, you can do it for a week, a month, or the whole year. I'm going to show you the whole system, how it works. And, don't panic, don't get overwhelmed because it's an easy system. I'm going to show you step by step what you need to do to accomplish your goal. So are you ready to get started? Let's dive in, okay? So this workshop, you're going to learn all there is to know about the 3 pillars of goal setting, in my opinion. These pillars are very important as they are the base for drafting your goals and, most importantly, getting results. I am an immigrant myself, and I have to go through a lot of different processes throughout my life here. And I've been here for 24 years. And I have been doing everything from applying visas to enrolling in college to renting an apartment, you name it, finding a job. All of these things require me to work very diligently in order to get the results that I was looking for. So I know from my experience that getting to know and understand these basic pillars when setting my goals was the key to successfully getting results. Okay, so these 3 pillars are intention, motivation, and determination. And I'm going to go over each one of them and explain to you why they are important, what do they mean, and how you can use these 3 pillars to write your goals so you can actually get results. So the first one is the intention. It's your why. Why is this goal on the list on the first place? Why is on your to-do list on the first place? What is the intention behind the goal? Did you put your goal there or somebody else tell you to put it there? Is it coming from you? Is it aligned with your motivation and your passion? Is it aligned with the things that you want to accomplish? All of these things are important. So knowing your why, knowing your intention and the meaning behind the goal is important in order to create your goals. And it is most importantly because setting an intention behind the goal will help you to successfully achieve that goal. Now, number 2, it's motivation. That is your what. What is it moving you to make that goal happen? What is your driving force? What will achieving that goal mean to you? So when we are drafting our goals are very personal. Everybody puts goals and creates to-do lists, but you need to understand that when you write your goals, they need to make sense to you and you only. You cannot put goals like I was telling you before on the intention because you saw it that somebody else is doing that goals and you think it's a good idea for you to do it as well. That doesn't work like that. Goals, they need to be directly linked to you and to your motivation and your intention. the motivation is also linked to your mission. So what is your mission in life? Or what is your mission for when it comes to that specific goal? If your mission is to move to another country, that's your motivation. What is the intention for moving to another country? Why are you doing it? So for example, in my case, my mission, as I said before, is to help people get unstuck and to move forward. So when I'm drafting my goals, I try to have my motivation reflected on my to-do list. Why? Because I'm directly linked to that goal, and because I'm motivated and I want to accomplish, because my end goal, my mission is to help others, I'm going to do whatever is necessary for me to accomplish that goal so I can get the result that I want, which is to support others, to be there for others. Now, number 3 is determination. Determination is your how. How will you get it done? What are the steps you need to take in order to make it happen? This is a very important step. You need to be very specific. You need to think about how will achieving that goal will make you feel. So this is when strategic planning comes into play. So, but don't panic. Like I said at the beginning, I'm going to show you a step-by-step, a proven method that will help you create this master plan of action to achieve your goals. Now, let me tell you something. This workshop comes with a workbook that you can use along with the workshop. So if you haven't printed it out yet, please put this on pause. Go get the workbook and let's continue working together, because it's important for you to follow along as I'm explaining how to use the workbook, how to create this master plan of action using the step-by-step method that I'm going to show you shortly. Okay, so if you haven't done that yet, go ahead, put me on pause. I won't complain. I won't get mad, and get the workbook. All right. So now there is another element that can make the process flawless and so much easier. This element is very important, and if not, it is the most important element that you can think of when it comes to goal setting. And you know what is the most important thing about this goal? That is free and it's easily attainable. Anybody can get it. Or you want to know which one is this element that I'm telling you about? Do you have any guesses? No? Okay. This element that is going to make the process flawless is trust. This means trusting both yourself and the process of planning and working on your goals and dreams. Trust can help you get unstuck even if you encounter a roadblock or a goal that may seem too difficult to reach. When you have trust, things start to happen and to unfold flawlessly right in front of you. It's a beautiful thing, believe me. When you start trusting yourself and your decisions, things start to happen. So trust is a very important element that you need to add on to the mix, okay? So you may be thinking, well, I don't fully trust myself yet, or I tend to second guess myself all the time. So let me share with you some ways for you to gain your own trust. And this is very important because, we can trust other people, but we need to trust ourselves. The more we trust ourselves, the easier decision making becomes. So I like to explain it in this way. Think about listening to 2 different radio stations. So we have radio station 1, which is playing the outside noise, all the chatter around you. And then you have radio station 2, which is playing your inner voice, your intuition, your deepest thoughts. So the best way to gain trust is to turn off the volume on radio station 1 and turn up the volume on radio station 2. So let me repeat this. The best way for you to gain trust is to turn off the volume of radio station 1, which is your outer noise, the outside noise, all that chatter that is there to distract you. And to turn up the volume on this radio station too, which is your intuition, your gut feeling, your inner voice. So now you may be thinking, well, how can I turn up the volume on radio 2, right? Because radio 1, we know that the volume is up all the time. So let me give you a few examples for you to turn up the volume of your inner voice, your intuition, your gut feeling. You can meditate. You can write a journal. You can go hiking. You can run. You can listen to music that is empowering and powerful. You can do many things that make you happy and they make you feel fulfilled. By doing this, you will be reducing all the chatter and all this outside noise, and it will help you to increase your creativity. It will help you to connect with within, to connect you with the core of who you are. And that's the most powerful thing you can do, connecting with yourself. Because when you connect with yourself, when you're drafting your goals are going to be coming from within. And that's perfect. That's exactly what you want. You don't want goals that are coming from outside noise. Okay? Now we can move forward. All right. So how can you stay committed to your goals all year long? So now that you know how to gain trust and what the 3 pillars or 4 pillars in this case, if we add trust, of goal setting are as your life as an immigrant, we're going to go over how to stay committed to your goals all year long, okay? So the first point is to make sure you consider the what if. What if I don't get the visa? What if I don't get the apartment? What if they don't accept me in college? What if I don't get the job? So think about the consequences if you don't continue working on achieving the goal. Having that in mind can push you to work harder to achieve that goal. So consider the what ifs. Make your goals your top priority. Your goals are your priority. This way, you can be rest assured that if you don't work on achieving that goal, you can be faced with an unfavorable consequence. We don't like those, not at all. So prioritizing your goals, it's a great way to keep ourselves engaged and to continue moving ahead. So it's to keep up the momentum that you're getting from achieving your goals. The other one is to acknowledge your achievements and be super proud of them. We don't take the time to sit down and smell the roses. So it is so important for you to not to forget to reward yourself, to realize all the things that you have accomplished. By acknowledging your achievements, you will be able to see the path that you have traced and to keep the momentum going by continuing working on your goals day after day. Because also, if you don't celebrate your wins, who's going to celebrate your wins? You have to celebrate your own wins. You can share them with people, but the first person who's going to celebrate your wins is you. So don't be shy and celebrate every victory, no matter how small that victory is, okay? And it doesn't have to be something huge. You don't have to throw a party. You just need to do something that it's meaningful to you and that makes you feel that you have rewarded yourself for the hard work that you have been doing. So I want you to write this down because this is really important, okay? You ready? You have your pen and pencil? Write this down, please. If you don't change anything, nothing will change. You got it? If you don't change anything, nothing will change. Sounds easy, right? But think about it. If you keep doing the same things over and over, and you don't get the results that you're looking for, then it is time to make little adjustments and to try a new way of doing things, a different way. This is exactly what I will show you today. how to get unstuck and get results by drafting your goals in an effective way. Okay, so if you want to try something new, this is a good opportunity to start drafting and planning your goals using the method that I'm going to go over with you shortly. So are you ready to learn the 5 steps to create a master plan for your goals? You ready? Awesome. Let's dive in. So the 5 steps to create a master plan for your goals are the following, which I'm going to tell you in a minute. But before I get started, I want you to go ahead and make sure you have the workbook in front of you. If you don't, again, pause the video and grab the workbook so we can work together as I explain things. So once you have the workbook, let's start going over the 5 steps to create a master plan to achieve your goals and to get yourself unstuck. This method that I'm going to show you, it's a method that will help you keep up the momentum and keeping up achieving your goals day after day, week after week. So I don't want you to get overwhelmed or to get like, oh, this is too difficult, it has too many steps. Once you understand how it works, you will realize that it may look like it has too many steps, but they make sense. And it will be easy once you get a grasp of how it works, okay? So step number 1. We're going to start by writing down your yearly vision, okay? You're going to write your yearly vision, but in bullet points. I don't want you to write a novel. If you like to write a novel, you can do so, but I want to be very practical here. I want you to write your 1-year vision in bullet points. What does it mean? It means that all you can do is you can say, okay, I want to apply for a master program. I want to hire a lawyer to help me secure a visa. I want to rent an apartment by May, etc. All the goals that you want to achieve in your year should go on the master plan, on the yearly vision in bullet points. Now, please know that clarity is also very important here. You need to know where you're going and what is it that you want to accomplish first. Otherwise, your mind will be wandering all over the place without a clear intention. Think about the intention, the motivation behind the goal, and the why. Why are you doing what you're doing? So be clear, be precise, and the more detailed you are, the better. Okay? So this is step number 1. Now, you can do the following. You can pause the video now after each step, do the work, and continue to step number 2. And you can do so with every step until step number 5. Why? Because that way, at the end of the workshop, you will have your master plan ready. You don't have to then start all over again and do it. And believe me, if you do it as we go along, it will take you less time because you're already in the momentum. Okay? I'm gonna drink some water. Sorry, guys. Okay, so we're gonna go to step number 2. Step number 2 is to write your 6-month plan. How are you going to do this? You don't have to rewrite everything. You're going to go to step number 1. You're going to grab all your yearly goals and you're going to grab the ones that you need to accomplish on the next 6 months, okay? So you're going to rewrite your goals that you have written for the whole year for the next 6 months, and you're going to put them here on step number 2, okay? Easy enough? So we have your yearly goals, then we're going to divide those yearly goals divide them into 6 months and 6 months, the first 6 months and the second 6 months of the year. All right. Again, you can pause this, write them down, and then come back to me to step number 3. Now, step number 3 is we're going to break them down into monthly goals. Okay, so we have yearly, then we have the 6 months goals, and now we're going to write them monthly. So what are you going to do? You're going to get step number 2, the 6 months goals, and you're going to grab those goals and put them every month, okay? So for example, if you need to apply for a visa by May, you're going to put the goal in March, April. So you can plan in details all the steps that you need to take in order to get that visa by the due date. You're not going to do it on May because in May is due. So you're going to do it maybe a month or two before, depending on the steps that are required to accomplish that goal. All right. So step number 1 was your yearly goals in bullet points. Step number 2 was dividing those yearly goals into 6 months goals. And now step number 3 is to grabbing those 6 months goals and allocating them in the 6 months by month, okay? January, February, March, depending on when you're starting. Again, you can pause this, do this step, and continue moving forward. Now we're gonna go to step number 4. And remember, there's only 5 steps, okay? So we're almost there. Step number 4. We're gonna break them down into weekly goals, okay? See how we are like dissecting our to-do list and making it super easy to achieve? Good, right? I'm excited. I love doing these things. Okay, so now we're gonna take each month individually. So we're going back to step number 3. And now you have written the goals on a monthly basis. So you're going to grab, for example, the goals of in March, and you're going to say, if you have 4 or 5 goals in March, you're going to divide them into weekly goals. So what are the steps you're going to take every week in order to accomplish that goal in March, or those 3, 4, 5 goals, okay? Same thing, for example, if you need to enroll in school, rent an apartment, or look for a job, you're going to write down the steps that you need to do to accomplish every week to get that monthly goal accomplished. Does that make sense? Again, we're going to grab the monthly goals on step number 3, and we're going to allocate them into the different 4 or 5 weeks, depending on the month, and divide them into tasks. Okay, you're basically breaking them down. Again, you can pause this now, do this worksheet, and then we continue on to step number 5, which is the last and final step. Okay, we're almost there. Step number 5, can you guess what it is? Yeah, you probably can guess what it is. Yes, is to take daily action. Exactly. So step number 5 is to grab your goals from worksheet step number 4, which is your monthly goal, your weekly goals, and divide them into daily goals. So you have your weekly goals, and you're going to divide them and allocate them into each day of the week. Okay, we're going to make this very, very specific. So what can you do on a Monday in order to accomplish your weekly goal that you had to get your visa, or something like, or to get to find an apartment? For example, if you're looking for an apartment and your goal is to look for an apartment in March, then your weekly goals can be research for apartment in different zip codes, contact realtors or places where you can rent from, contact friends. So those could be your weekly steps. Now your daily steps could be like even more specific. It could be like, call my friend so and so at 3 o'clock on Monday to ask him about apartments, if there are any apartment listings in his building, or things like that. Or if you have to get your visa paperwork going, then again, make photocopies, take the passport photo, or all the steps that you need to take in order to accomplish that goal. But the daily goals are the ones that are going to be very specific, because not only you're going to say when you're going to do it, you're going to say at what time, or from what time to what time you're going to spend the time to work on that goal. Okay, and this is something that I haven't told you, but it's very important. And when you take action, the most important thing is to take consistent action, no matter how small that action is. And this is really important, because sometimes we think we need to spend 5 hours working on something, and we don't have 5 hours. We may only have half an hour. We're busy, we have different lives. We're moving to a new country. We have to organize so many things. Or we are already living in a different country and we have to deal with a lot of other things. So even if you have half an hour, don't think that half an hour is not enough to achieve your goal. That's why when you're going to break down your weekly goals into daily goals, you need to make sure your availability. You say, okay, on Monday, I only have from 12 to 1 o'clock to work on my goals because the rest of the day I'm busy doing other things. Great. Then you're going to check your weekly goals and say, okay, this goal, and this goal can fit in that time slot. That's why we break down the goals into smaller pieces. So when you look at them, first of all, they don't overwhelm you at the beginning. Because for example, think about if you write, okay, tomorrow I need to create all this paperwork that I need for a visa. You will be like, oh my God, I can't do this. Now, if you plan ahead, if you break down the goal, if you think about the necessary steps that you need to take to accomplish that goal, when you look at the goal and you say, okay, on Monday I need to call the lawyer or take a passport photo or write my bio, that's doable. That's easily accomplishable. It's something that when you look at it, you feel, oh, I can do this. Absolutely. Okay, so that is the point of using this master plan of action, using this proven method. This proven method is actually called the SMART goal setting system. It's a method that will help you achieve your goals for real. I have using this method forever. I have been teaching my clients to use it, and they get the results. Why? Because they take daily consistent action, no matter how small. Okay, so I really hope we're at the end of our workshop now, and I truly hope you enjoyed it and that you found it useful, and that you got something useful out of this workshop. But before I go, I would like to leave you a little gift, okay? Because I'm a nice person. I would like to gift you something. So for all of you amazing immigrants that are part of the member zone at the Worldwide Immigrant Association, I would like to give you a free strategy session. Okay, this is a session, it's a one-on-one, it's just you and me and your goals. And this is your opportunity to chat with me about your goals, your dreams, and for me specifically, to take a look at your goals and to help you identify them, to help you clarify them, so you can take more effective action to get the results that you're looking for. Now, regularly, my free strategy session that I sometimes offer to people, it's 30 minutes. You might even see that on my website or on the link that we're going to share with you. But just because you guys are part of the member zone of the Worldwide Immigrant Association, I'm going to extend that half an hour to 1 hour. And this is a long time, believe me. In 1 hour, we can create a super plan of action that can help you get your whole plan for the whole year. Okay, so and then if after that chat you decide to work with me because you need extra support and you need that accountability week after week, I'm also giving all the people that are part of the member zone 20% off my coaching packages. Okay, all the links are going to be there for you to access these bonuses. So feel free to book the complimentary session. Again, it's free, no strings attached whatsoever. I'm doing this because, again, my mission is to support people to get their dreams and goals. And if there is a message that I want to leave with you today, is to keep on dreaming, keep on accomplishing your dreams and your goals, because everything you want to do in life is absolutely possible. And I just show you a way to get there. So yeah, it requires some effort. It requires for you to be consistent, but it is absolutely possible to accomplish anything you want to accomplish in life. Okay, so if there is one message that I will give you today, is that to keep working. Do not listen to people that are telling you that's impossible, you will never move to that country. What are you thinking? You don't even know the language. You don't have a job. You don't have a visa. I didn't have a job, a visa. I kind of knew the language, but not as much. And I'm here, and I've been here for 24 years. And I'm not the only one. There are so many people out there that they decide to move to another country and they make their life in the new country beautiful. So if you have a goal of moving to another country, or if you're already living in that new country and you want to keep on achieving goals there, do it. Nothing or nobody should stop you, okay? So as much as I like to talk a lot, it is time to say goodbye. It has been a real pleasure to teach you this workshop. And again, keep going for your dreams. You can do anything you want to achieve in life. All right. Thank you so much. Ciao.